For some, a house made of stone and gravel is a home, while for others, it's just a cave. Today, we are going to tell you the story of a thief for whom a penthouse was not a home but a prison. To escape, he had to do things no one would ever imagine doing, even in their worst nightmares. The story begins with a grand and luxurious penthouse. The scene shifts, and a thief named Namo sneaks into the penthouse to steal a painting. This penthouse was highly secure. To enter, Namo inputs a code into the temperature regulation machine, which gives him only 7 minutes to complete the heist. Namo enters the house and starts stealing paintings. However, he doesn't find the most valuable painting, the one his partner specifically sent him to steal. Meanwhile, time is running out. Desperate, Namo decides to input the code again to buy more time. But this time, the machine malfunctions, and the entire house gets locked down. The alarm starts blaring loudly, disturbing Namo to the core. In a panic, he tries to disable the alarm by breaking the temperature regulation machine, but instead, he damages it beyond repair. Namo then attempts to break the glass windows, but they are unbreakable. He tries every possible way to escape but fails each time. He then moves toward the main door, thinking he might be able to break it open. The door appears to be made of wood, so he starts hitting it with his hands. But as soon as he examines it closely, he freezes in shock. The door was only wooden on the outside, but in reality, it was made of metal, something even a bulletproof gun couldn't break. Now extremely thirsty, Namo goes to the kitchen and drinks water. There, he notices that the water supply is running out, and there is very little food left in the fridge. Suddenly, the fridge starts making an irritating noise, which frustrates Namo even more. He steps outside into the hallway and tries to contact his friends, but he can't reach anyone. His phone has no signal, which means he is completely trapped in the house. As time passes, Namo begins eating whatever food he can find and drinks water sparingly. After finishing his meal, he turns on the TV, where he sees CCTV footage of the area outside the building. Soon, he feels drowsy and falls asleep. The next morning, he wakes up and freshens himself with the little water left. As he explores the house, he realizes that none of the phones in the house are working. While wandering, he spots a skylight in the middle of the ceiling and understands that it could be his only way out. To reach the skylight, Namo starts stacking furniture in the center of the room. But before he can proceed, he starts feeling thirsty again. Unfortunately, all the drinking water is now finished. After searching everywhere, he finds a pipeline connected to the fish tank, but the water inside is undrinkable. Hunger forces him to eat the little food left in the house, and he then resumes his escape plan. However, as time passes, he begins feeling exhausted and hopeless. He sits in front of the TV and sees a woman named Jasmine cleaning outside the penthouse. Excited, Namo rushes to the door and bangs on it, shouting for help. However, Jasmine doesn't hear him and leaves. This makes Namo extremely angry. Days pass, and eventually, the temperature regulation machine automatically resets itself from hot to cold. This gives Namo some relief. While looking around, he sees a painting in which a group of people is waiting to board a plane. Still determined to escape, Namo starts collecting and storing the little water that drips from the fish tank each day. He also starts eating dog food to survive. Over time, he begins behaving more like an animal. One day, while breaking a painting, he notices a hidden cabinet inside the house. Inside, he finds a strange painting, a mannequin, and a Bible. Curious, he starts reading the Bible and realizes the mistakes he has made. Days go by, and Namo continues working on the skylight, slowly removing its screws. Meanwhile, he starts drawing on the walls as a way to express his emotions. He also starts talking to a pigeon he sees outside, hoping for some form of communication. Frustrated, Namo damages the owner's paintings of his family and dog. That night, he dreams of being in an art exhibition where he meets the owner of the house. In his dream, the owner admires Namo's paintings. However, just as Namo starts enjoying the moment, he wakes up, realizing it was all just a dream. Determined to escape, Namo continues unscrewing the skylight. He also eats the fish from the tank to survive. Meanwhile, he completes his unfinished wall painting, which has now turned into a masterpiece. By now, Namo has developed a routine, waking up, painting on the walls, and working on unscrewing the skylight. His loneliness starts affecting his mental state. He even begins acting like a dog due to eating dog food for so long. One day, while removing a painting, he accidentally falls and injures his leg. He realizes that the new year has arrived, but he is still trapped. He imagines celebrating with Jasmine, but the illusion breaks when he wakes up alone. Finally, after days of effort, Namo manages to remove all 12 screws from the skylight. Before leaving, he writes a message for the house owner. This may be your home, but for me, it was just a cage where I was trapped. I am sorry for damaging the house, but sometimes, things need to be broken before they can be rebuilt. I have left behind some paintings for you, while others are missing. Namo then puts on his clothes and climbs toward the skylight. Slowly, he removes the glass and finally escapes. As Namo disappears into the outside world, our story also comes to an end.